Part 3 looked at the numbers that relate to movement in music, the pulse, the tempo, and specific note values that create either divisions or multiples of the main pulse. All of these elements affect the impact of rhythm. Continuing the theme of numbers and the mathematical elements of music, we can see some more fraction-based symbols in use for the creation of time signatures. Time signatures signify how many beats there are in one bar of music and which type of note value or unit is to be used to count the beat. These two examples of a time signature are based on half note values. Let's look at the first time signature of 2-2. On a stave, the number on the left would be stacked on top of the number on the right, as shown here at the beginning of this Mozart piano sonata, which has a time signature of 2-4. A 2-2 time signature states that there must be 2 minims, 2 half notes, or their equivalent combined note value in each bar. The number on the left of this 2-2 fraction indicates the number of beats in the bar, in this case 2, and the number on the right indicates the type of note value that is being used to portray the beat, in this case a minim. Remember that the beat is the perceived pulse that runs throughout the music. A time signature of 3-4 would indicate that there must be 3 crotchets, 3 quarter notes, or their equivalent combined value in every bar. The 3 indicates the number of beats in one bar, and the 4 indicates that the beat value in question is a quarter note. 4 is the lower part of the fractional value of a quarter. A time signature of 5-8 means every bar must contain 5 quavers, 5 eighth notes, or their equivalent value. A time signature of 12-16 states that every bar must contain the equivalent value of 12 semiquavers, 12 16th notes. Here is a stave divided into 3 bars. We could say 3 boxes. We are not going to worry about pitches or registers. We are just going to look at note values, or beat values, in accordance with specific time signatures. Here is just one bar, and we are going to pretend it's just an empty box. Right now, we don't know how many notes and of what value should be placed into the box. To make things as simple as possible, we will use the note values as seen in the previous video, Maths, Numbers and Music Part 3. Let's say we are going to use a time signature of 4-4. This states that we should use 4 crotchets, 4 quarter notes, or their equivalent value in one box. I will now use the fractional terms to make it easier to understand when talking about notes and how many of them to put into one box. In a box of 4-4, we could also use just one whole note, because this has the same value in terms of occupying one bar or one box as 4 quarter notes. Remember that one whole note, a semibreve, will divide into 2 half notes, 2 minims, and 2 half notes will divide into 4 quarter notes, 4 crotchets, etc., etc. One box could also contain 2 half notes, as 2 half notes will occupy the same space over time as 4 quarter notes. One box could also comprise 1 half note and 2 quarter notes. Or one box might contain 2 quarter notes and 4 eighth notes. One box might contain 1 half note, 1 quarter note, 1 eighth note, and 2 16th notes. One box could contain 4 eighth notes and 8 16th notes. Don't forget that any of the note values could be replaced by their equivalent rest values. When you combine different note values, you'll create interesting rhythmic patterns. And when you assign these units of time to the numbers of a scale, you will be able to create riffs, motifs, bass lines and melodies, and interesting rhythmical chord progressions.